Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Goddard. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way that
getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
We get our first look now at Carson Wentz and this Philadelphia Eagle offense.
he had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
You often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, he'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
Wentz's pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back there, so it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
Gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Wentz. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
They'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, these guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch, too.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Miles Sanders,
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
To throw, it's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And that takes us from second to third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And some room to work. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He may try and run for this. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
2-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
McCaffrey on the carry.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This is McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now the 2nd down throw on target, and he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now a run with McCaffrey. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
At the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll set up a throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
At the 15-yard line.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7. Panthers nothing.
Four yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Brought down.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
18-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
7. Panthers 3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Wentz now on 1st down. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. From the gun, it's Wentz. And his throw here is incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns Burns. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2 yards on
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play.
They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Eagles will have it, taking over a 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goddard. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
First down, Eagles.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yetur Gross-Matos able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Wentz to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then you got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Quarterback taken down and sacked.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about that? They weathered the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run with McCaffrey, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up
2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett.
That's good.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And the Panthers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
to try here for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. It's time for our player spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
Yeah, I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. They'll look to throw here on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Gerald Everett. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Makes the score Panthers 13. Eagles 7.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Back to throw. Well, he's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
Complete to Miles Sanders.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
2 yards on the pickup.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
The tackle made by Derek Barnett.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
At their own 30.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and ball.
They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7.
Against the score, Panthers 16, Eagles 7.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This ball complete to Rager. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4.
At their own 28.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
At the 33-yard line.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made it really nice.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Carolina offense about ready to go.
After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd and 13. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. Good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
Eagles 14.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz, quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Sanders. A gain of 4. It's now second.
On second down, here's the option. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
The tackle made at the 40.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. First and 10. Here's Wentz. The open man here, Renfro.
Wentz's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
And 4 at the Panthers' 39-yard.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with third and 1. The Eagles on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for him there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And down he'll go at the 25.
That's
4 yards the pickup, first down.
first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
25-yard line.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 3.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Escaping the pressure right.
That's good for a Carolina.
That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play. Wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second and 13. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
On the carry.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Gain of 3. Brings up third and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 5, 2:23 to play. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. From the gun, it's Wentz. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Back to throw, Wentz. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. 7 yards the pickup there. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
Come on, man.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He's back to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Wentz's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Clock now under 30 ticks and running.
Up 2nd and 3 at the 6
for the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw.
And 3 yards to go.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it.
Wentz's pass intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a play to catch.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And they take a knee. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Carolina, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they can't quite seem to turn